just not wanting to whatever. Anyway, so I think that everyone at this point has seen these ads from a YouTuber called Classically Abby, and based on some of the videos that I've seen of hers, well, she's very obviously conservative. And if you didn't know she was conservative, she made a whole video, which I'm going to discuss my opinions on today, called Why I Came Out as Conservative. Conservative women need a community. Right off the bat, the title. Bruh. Okay. So, when people talk about, coming out, whatever, usually your mind goes to, like, the LGBTQ plus community, because they come out as lesbian, gay, bi, trans, whatever, and just to have that wording in your title and then talking about being or having a political view, it doesn't, they're not the same. Like, it's not the same, and it really diminishes the scrutiny that a lot of LGBTQ plus people have faced in the past and present. And so automatically the title, I just can't, because it's just like, it's so insensitive, and just it doesn't correlate. Like, having a political view and standpoint and being a certain sexual orientation, like, it's not the same, and both have different circumstances behind. I just can't. And I don't know, and throughout the video I feel like Abby just makes conservatism seem as if it's like being oppressive or being oppressed, and that's not true at all, because we have a conservative president right now in the United States, and we've had conservative presidents in the past, and it's just, no, honey, you need to. And also, I mean, like I said, LGBTQ plus people have always faced scrutiny, and not only that, but if they come out, they've always faced, like, well, what if they'll kill me, or what if they'll disown me, like, if their family disowns them, because that's happened quite a lot. And I don't want to shade, like, people, but it's usually people who, LGBTQ plus people who have been disowned, have been typically disowned by people who are or have conservative views. So I'm just like, what? And, like, being conservative doesn't have that connotation, where I feel like if you express that you're conservative, you don't have to face the fear of being killed or being disowned or being otherwise scrutinized in society. I mean, yeah, sure, people may not agree with you or whatever, or may not want to hang out with you, like she mentions here, like losing friends or whatever, but it's just like, but you don't, okay. And I hope that I make sense with that, because I feel like I kind of just rambled for a little bit there. I kind of want to talk about the video, and I've already kind of mentioned some of the things that I saw in the video and I commented on. Just throughout the video that she's always been, like, really afraid to come out as conservative, because, career things, like, she's afraid that she might not have as many career opportunities, or people may not want to be her friend, or, feeling like you can't express your views because you're not the most, like, your viewpoint is not the most dominant in the room. Like, she mentions that, like, people, like, can express their liberal views, but she feels like she can't if she's around people who are different minded than her. And it's just like, why are you afraid? I mean, I understand, like, being uncomfortable, or, like, wanting to say your viewpoints if people have different opinions than you, because I'm in that situation where, I mean, I'm in a very conservative area, and I have, I guess, quite liberal viewpoints, and I get being afraid to like say, you know, your opinions because, you know, like you're the odd one out, you're the black sheep. But it's like that's kind of life. Like I don't know how pampered she is or, you know, whatever, cuz I mean, I also found out that through another YouTube video that she's Ben Shapiro's sister, and I'm like, and I can't unsee it now. Like I look at her face and I cannot unsee it. Like no matter what political viewpoint you have, I feel like there's always a risk of someone not liking you or giving you like a snide eye or whatever, or like even in your job too. Like I've had discussions with, you know, my own parents and adults, you know, that are much older than me, and typically mentioning politics is not courteous or not very polite in career situations, especially if you lean one way or the other. It's just, you always run that risk no matter where you are in life. If you express your political views, that someone's gonna, you know, disagree with you or whatever. And she's making it out to be that it's just her, it's just conservative people who, no, it's no, it's, I don't, how do you not understand that that's just how life is? Like you have to, like, go, you have the risk of expressing your viewpoints and people not liking them. Like that's just, do you not understand how life works? Like, and it's not like if you come out as conservative that you'll be bashed or killed or disowned by people. I mean it could happen. I mean it possibly could have happened or have is happening. I don't know. But I feel like it doesn't happen as often because I've never heard like a news story where it was like family or people fire this person because they came out as conservative. Like I feel like that's not really a thing. Um, and I mean I could be wrong too on that, but I just feel like that doesn't happen. But with the LGBTQ plus community, that has happened thousands and thousands and millions of times, where they fear that they'll lose their job because they're gay or lesbian, bisexual, whatever, that they'll lose friends because of it, they'll lose their lives because of it, and it's just so insensitive to use this phrasing. And I'm gonna say it over and over in this video because I find it interesting. So there's a couple things I find interesting in this video. One is the way she moves her eyes and her eyebrows. I feel like not only is it really like domineering in a way, but I also feel like it's strategic. I feel like her eye movements like are somehow strategic, especially on how she words things, and it makes me think that potentially, well, probably, that her eye movements are planned and she meant to do that to provoke some kind of reaction. And especially because these videos are ads, they're like promoted all over YouTube, I feel like she's trying to get attention drawn towards her channel. And I feel like, especially because the comments are all on, and you know everyone in the comment section is just just going at her, and the like to dislike ratio is just, I just feel like she wants to promote this even if she gets negative attention. And I think attention is what the goal is, no matter what kind of attention it is, because you know that happens with a lot of YouTubers. It's like all publicity is good publicity, even if it's negative, if that makes sense. Another thing I like to point out too is that she phrases things like, she said towards the end of the video, like, for so long, like, conservative people have blah 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 blah, and she makes it seem that like being conservative has been like this like hard thing for so long, which no, like, and again I just feel like it's so insensitive to make conservatism seem like it's like you're being oppressed because of it, and no, it's not. And then also at the end of her video, she discusses like wanting to have kind of like a space for other conservative women, and I can get behind that because um, there's not a lot of conservative YouTubers that have this like online space, and I can kind of get where she's coming from with that. Um, but I think it's so funny and ironic almost because I feel like not like 100% of people that are conservative do this, but I feel like a lot of conservative people make fun of people who are liberal because of safe spaces. Because when you think of safe space, you think of people who are liberal, right? And especially the LGBTQ plus community, I feel like it pertains particularly to them, which that's why I find it even more insensitive. And you know, calling them snowflakes or special snowflakes and needing their um, safe space and just making fun of that while they also feel, or many, I don't want to like generalize, but I feel like many also want their own space to be themselves. And I don't know, I just find that notion so ironic. She says at the end of the video too that conservatives have been silenced, and it's like, by who? Who have they been silenced by? There have probably been cases where, you know, people have shut them down. Like, just because you're conservative doesn't mean you can't be shut down by someone, but I feel like that, in my opinion, that doesn't really happen a whole lot. I feel like it just doesn't happen. So basically what I want to say is that I feel like this video is very problematic, but I also feel like it's strategically done. I think that the wording of this is very intentional and to bring attention. I mean, she bought ads, for crying out loud, like to promote her YouTube channel. Like, I'm not gonna be surprised. That's probably the case where she wants to both express her views and also want to gather attention, no matter how negative it is, and just kind of bank on triggering people to bring that attention, which no, like yeah. So I hope I didn't ramble on too much. I feel like a lot of this video I did, but I'm just gonna whatever, because those are just my opinions. So yeah, let me know what you think below, and thank you for watching. Bye.